Hey y'all, I got the wheels and tires on. I messed around with the truck most of the weekend. I put some suspension on the driver's side. I did ball joints and tie rod ends and upper control arm and sway bar links and all of that stuff. Kind of ran out of steam today. I did the tie rod and sway bar on the passenger side. The ball joints are actually in pretty good shape anyway, so I probably didn't really need to be done, but I ain't gonna lie, I ran out of steam. It's hot out here and I'm tired. I'm old. So but boy, she looks a lot better with these bigger wheels and tires on it. So I put the 1 to 3 inch lift torsion keys on the front, and I have springs for the rear. I didn't even get to those. I mean, I got the torsion springs in. I got about an inch worth of lift on the front, but I didn't get to the rear springs. Again, like I said, I just ran out of steam. So when I do get the rear springs in, that'll add another 2 inches of lift in the rear, and then I'll crank the torsion keys up another 2 inches in the front. So I still got 2 more inches of lift to come on this thing. But even just with the tires and the 1 inch in the front, I gained 3 inches. I gained 2 inches all the way around with the tires and wheels, and then gained an inch in the front. So kind of leveled it out. It looks pretty good. Looks pretty level. So then I did other little odds and ends. I replaced the struts on the glass on the back, on the back hatch. They were completely shot, so I put new struts on there and new struts on the hatch. The hatch worked, but it didn't hold it up real well. I mean, it did, but it didn't. So, you know, in for a dime, in for a dollar. So, but yeah, she looks pretty good. And then I got my instrument cluster back today. I had to send it in for service. There's a guy on eBay that rebuilds them. So it's got 6 new motors, new blue LED backlight instead of the white, and like 4 of them were burned out, so it needed it anyway. And what else? There was a parasitic draw on the battery. In this era, Chevrolet, in order to get away from using lead because of the poison to the environment, they use silver solder instead of a lead-based solder. So as that silver would corrode over the years, 20 years later, it causes a short, and that short causes a parasitic draw on the battery. So they fixed that, and then they fixed the backlights, or the blue lights for the, or actually I guess they're green, but for the park reverse neutral drive, and then for the odometer. So those will be brighter at night. They were pretty dim at night. So got that all done. It was only $82 including shipping to have him rebuild everything. I couldn't believe that. I thought, man, I'd have spent $182. So I was happy. Life is good. But yeah, so I got that reinstalled. That just came in the mail like 20 minutes ago. And then the wiper arm on the passenger side was bad, so I replaced both wiper arms. And I had already replaced both the wiper blades, so wipers are all brand new. So we're coming along, making progress. Got to get in alignment sometime this week, because it's after doing all that suspension work, it's way out of alignment. So, but got to get in alignment. Got to get a windshield. The windshield's cracked pretty bad. So, let's see if you can see it. Yeah, see on the, thankfully it's on the passenger side, so it doesn't affect. Well, I guess that ain't true. I got one over there too on the driver's side. It's pretty bad, but yeah, so got to get a windshield for it. Just little things, but yeah, it's not too bad. I thought I'd show all my Minnesota friends and family what a 20-year-old Rust looks like on a car in Montana. Still has the original paper tags on it. Those are the new torsion keys that I put in. They were a bugger to get out. Easy to put back in, but boy, what a bugger to get out. But yeah, they're just a little bit of light surface rust, you know. Drive shaft, I mean, yeah, we've got pretty much rust-free vehicles here. It's kind of nice. Makes for easier working on these trucks and stuff if you don't not fighting with the rust, you know. But yeah, this tire is towed out quite a bit, and that one is not too bad, but just got to get an alignment done. It's just standard after you do a bunch of suspension work. So the Tire-Rama here in town only charges $100 for an alignment, so that ain't so bad. But I have to move everything out of the garage so I can work in the garage, and then I got to move everything back into the garage when I'm done. So, but anyway, that's a little peek at my Suburban Rosie. So when I do something more, I will check back in.